Welcome to Words Matter, the podcast where we explore the transformative power of language and how the words we choose shape our lives. I'm your host, Deanna Ley, the Catalytic Coach, and I'm here to guide you on a journey of opportunities, progress, and change. Each episode will dive into a thought-provoking quote or phrase, unpack its meaning, and discover how it can inspire us to rise above challenges, embrace joy in the journey, and ignite our possible. Your words matter because you matter. Now, let's get to today's amazing episode. Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to Words Matter. Today's episode is one part truth-telling, one part encouragement, and one part permission slip, all centered around a bold, beautiful quote from Marie Forleo's book by the same name. Everything is figureoutable. 3 words. That's it. Simple, direct, unshakable. It's more than a phrase, friends. It's a mindset, a way of approaching life with grace and grounded belief that no matter what you're facing, a way forward does exist. And wow, does it hit home, because I faced a lot of moments in my life that didn't feel figureoutable at all. I'm talking about the kind of moments where every breath feels like work, where your thoughts won't slow down, where your mind convinces you that there's absolutely no way out, around, or through. Grief, health scares, business challenges, out of nowhere catastrophes that knocked the wind out of me. Stretches of time where I thought I was doing all the right things, but still felt stuck. Decisions that felt heavy, no matter which way I turned. Times when I was exhausted, overwhelmed, and utterly unsure of what came next. And yet, here I am, still standing, still choosing to move forward, still figuring it all out one step at a time. Now, I'm wired to be a problem solver, a solution seeker. I have the kind of mind that wants to find a way. But even with that wiring, I've had seasons where I felt like I was failing. Not because I wasn't trying, but because I didn't trust that I could solve the thing. The big thing, the scary thing. And that's when this mindset became more than just a mantra. It became a lifeline. Everything is figureoutable, Deanna. Now, it doesn't mean everything is easy, and it doesn't mean you'll have a solution overnight, but it does mean that you can find your way forward, even if you have to build the road as you go. So I want to ask you this. Where in your life have you been saying, I don't know how to fix this? What part of your world has you circling the same questions, stuck in the same pattern, convinced that because you don't know the answer, you never will? Maybe it's a health issue you've been putting off, a conversation you're afraid to have, a career change you can't quite make, a pattern you've been repeating for years. What if the only thing keeping you stuck is the belief that you can't figure it out? Because I promise you, friend, you can. You've done it before, quietly, boldly, privately, publicly, in seasons that nearly broke you. You figured out how to keep going. And that means you can do it again. But how? How do you shift from stuck to solving? Well, let me give you 3 mindset moves that have helped me time and time and time again. First, shift from helpless to hopeful. When something feels impossible, your brain wants to shut down. You think, it's too big. I don't know what to do. I can't handle this. But hope says, maybe I don't have the answer yet, but I believe it's out there. See, hope isn't fluffy. It's fuel. Instead of spiraling into, I'll never figure this out, try, yeah, this is hard, but I believe there's a way forward and I'm open to it. Second, change I don't know how into I'm learning how. Words matter. We know this. I don't know is a full stop. It's the end of a sentence. It's the end of your momentum. But I'm learning. Now that's a bridge. It opens the door. It signals movement. I'm learning to trust myself again. I'm learning how to say no without guilt. I'm learning how to build what I've never seen modeled before. See, you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to stay open and willing. Third, turn those problems into questions, friends. Statements like, this is a mess, or there's no way out, slam the door shut. Questions, on the other hand, crack it wide open. So try this instead. What is this here to teach me? Who can I ask for help? What's one small step I can take today? Our brains love solving problems. Give it something useful to work with. And remember, the goal isn't to figure it all out in one day. The goal is to believe that it's figureoutable and then to act like it is. And that belief, well, that's where momentum begins. See, not that long ago, I felt like everything was too much. Family, business, stress behind the scenes, health stuff I didn't want to face. I didn't know what to do, but I stopped spiraling long enough to ask better questions. What could I simplify? What could I ask for help on? Who could I call? Where could I begin? See, all of those questions, that was the shift. Not from chaos to calm overnight, but from frozen to forward, from overwhelmed to in motion, because that's how peace is built. That's how confidence is built. That's how resilience is built. Everything is figureoutable, friends, but not all at once, and not with a perfect plan, and for sure not with pressure to perform. It happens step by step, question by question, choice by choice. And it starts by believing that stuck is not your story. Stuck is just a place you've paused, not where you have to live. So today I want you to ask yourself, what's the one thing that feels impossible in my life right now? Write it down. Speak it out loud. Name it without shame. And then ask the better question. What's one small step I can take today to begin figuring it out? Not to solve it, not to finish it, just to start. You don't have to have the whole plan. You just need the belief that a path exists and the willingness to take the next step towards it. That, my friends, is where your power lives. And that's what makes everything figureoutable. So let this be your reminder. Let it be your mantra. Let it be the truth that meets you right in the middle of your mess, because you're not stuck. You're for sure not broken, and you're not behind. You are becoming. You are building. You are learning to trust your own wisdom again. And whatever you're facing, whatever feels too big, too messy, or too far gone, it's figureoutable, especially by you. Friends, the words we see and read, the words we hear and the words we say to ourselves and about ourselves, about what we're doing and how we're doing it, they all matter. Your words matter because you matter. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Words Matter. I hope today's message inspired you to embrace opportunities, make progress, and create meaningful change in your life. Remember, every word you speak, especially to yourself, has the power to shape your journey and ignite your possible. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and please share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Let's keep the conversation going, friends. Connect with me on social media or visit my website at deannaley.com for more inspiration and tools to help you rise and ignite your possible. Until next time, remember, your words matter because you matter.